Marion Barry has been a fixture in Washington, D.C. politics for nearly 4 decades. The 4-time mayor once dubbed the city's mayor for life, but to say it's been a bumpy ride for Barry would be an understatement. Drug and alcohol abuse, a jail term for possessing crack cocaine. He now serves on the D.C. City Council and is being investigated for hiring his former girlfriend, who recently accused him of stalking her. Marion Barry is with us from Washington to set the record straight. Welcome, Councilman.
Thank you very much, Carol.
I think what makes these charges worse is you're already on probation for failing to file your tax returns. I mean, some people might look at this and say, geez, Councilman, can't you stay out of trouble?
Well, first of all, that word trouble shouldn't be used. I have spent over 50 years of my life working, fighting for justice, equality, 16 years as mayor. I've transformed Washington from a sleepy southern town to a metropolis. I've given summer jobs to everyone who wanted them. I moved contracting from 3% to 46% for African Americans and Latinos, and a whole range of things I've done. And in those instances where you call it trouble, there's been other people who have done that. For instance,
well,
the
Mayor,
FBI. Wait a minute.
Councilman, let me interrupt you for a second, because a lot of people would term those things as trouble. I mean, there's an investigation going right now, ordered by the City Council, into why you would hire your girlfriend to work for the city at a time the economy is bad and so many people are unemployed.
Well, first of all, there's no law prohibiting that. I want to focus on Park Police and their role in illegally arresting me on July 4th.
And you're talking specifically about the stalking charge. They arrested you for allegedly stalking this girlfriend who was on the city payroll.
Well, may I finish?
Yes.
She's not on the city payroll.
I'm sorry, she was
You ought to stop saying that. And let me just say very clearly, I was detained for an hour and a half without being charged. I taken to the station and sat there for 4 hours. They wouldn't let me make a phone call, etc. And that the U.S. attorney knew that I had denied it. Never been in my 73 years. I've never been accused of stalking. In my domestic relationships, I've never been accused of anything like that. And all of those things you call trouble have turned out to be non-starters. For instance, with the Vista, there were no convictions in the Vista. One charge of misdemeanor, not crack cocaine. There's been no proof of crack cocaine. And in terms of the Park Police arresting me legally, the next day, the young lady who allegedly accused me of stalking said she never flagged the police down, never did anything to indicate stalking. It was dismissed, and so I want the world to know that I have never, ever been accused of this, and I've been vindicated by it. In terms of the investigation, city officials have said publicly that there's no law banning that, and so I would hope that the media would start looking at the positive things that are going on. And when these things end, like for instance with CNN, Marion Barry arrested again. That's what the headline was, I think, on Monday. And then on Thursday, charges dismissed. That's all, as opposed
well, let's
to...
Go back, let's go back to your girlfriend
and
how she was paid, because you have a discretionary fund as a councilman, correct?
No,
and
we
you
don't.
How was she being paid? Where did the money come from to pay her?
Yeah, what happens is each of us has a budget, and you can put personal services contracts on for hire people part-time. She has done a wonderful job. I have a 30-page document which indicates that she was highly qualified. She has a bachelor's degree and working on a master's degree, has done extensive research and writing. And so what I resent is that people will not look at the fact that there's no law against this. City officials have said that. The mayor has said this.
But, Councilman, there may be no law against it, but do you understand why some people might be a little upset about your hiring your girlfriend at a time so many people need a job?
Well, that didn't happen just until last September, but I had to obey the law. Now, those people who are raising questions about it are detractors of mine, they're enemies of mine, political enemies of mine, people who never supported me for anything. My constituency understands this situation. I got 94% of the vote last November, which means that I've done something in 16 years as mayor. It means that I have done a wonderful job of uplifting Washington, D.C., giving jobs to young people, to adults, taking care of seniors, making African-American middle-class people even more comfortable That's what I've done. Come
And
to
a lot
Washington,
of your constituents would certainly agree with that. There's an HBO special coming out about you, and it starts with that incident that so many people unfortunately know you for.
It does not
well, the
start
promo
there.
does, and I'm going to show it to you right now. So let's pause for a moment and watch.
You've got the right to remain silent.
This goddamn bitch set me up like this. Set me up, ain't that a bitch?
I live in the 3rd District, see, dig it? I work in the 3rd District, dig it? The people out there live there, deserve the right to be here, and they're going to come in here as long as I'm in here.
So this HBO special shows the worst of times for you, and also the best of times. But it shows a lot of the best of times for you. And
have you seen it? Have you seen it?
I have not seen it in its entirety. It's not out yet.
It is 78 minutes long, and that scene you just showed is about a minute and a half of it. There's 78 minutes. It's a balanced approach. It took 4 or 5 years to get it together. It centers on my '04 election. And so I would hope that you all who make these allegations and things about trouble, et cetera, and you've been a fair person. I watch you most mornings. And not do that, not take the little snippets out of things. That's 78. My life has been balanced. If you look at the good that I've done, which has been tremendous, I've helped so many people. I've uplifted so many young people.
Mayor, let me just interrupt because
I
want to ask you about that. I mean, do you have regrets about
what?
About your past.
About what?
Do you have regrets? Do you have any regrets?
Well, the FBI ought to regret spending $25 million on me at the Vista and didn't get a conviction. The park police ought to be regretful that they arrested me legally.
But you personally don't have any regrets for your actions?
I did nothing on July 4th that deserved arrest. My reputation all around the country, people talking about stalking, that was a bogus charge. And I take responsibility for my tax situation because I didn't do it like a lot of Americans. I didn't file on time. But I'm paying the price of it. I'm on probation. But for anything else that has happened to me, it was a result of other people, enemies and conservative Republicans and everybody else doing that. Take this July 4th thing. I did nothing. I am a victim of all of this. The park police elected.
You are correct. The charges were dismissed and there was nothing else. We have to go. I'm so sorry. I have to interrupt.
Thank you so much,
We have to go. Thank you for joining us this morning.
We love you.
Thank you.